Okay, in this video, we will talk about GCash, yung sa newest product nila, which is called GINVEST. Well, GINVEST is not actually new kasi dati pa naman meron na silang GINVEST na feature. It's just new na lang kasi because of the hype brought by the social medias. Since GCash now added a lot of new investment funds within the app, which we're about to talk later on in this video. But before we gonna deep down on GINVEST, if you haven't watched my previous video regarding the no-nonsense steps to personal finance, I personally recommend and encourage that you should watch that video to make sure that we don't jump directly to investing without undergoing to the very foundation of personal finance. I'll put the link on the description down below for you to watch it. Dapat step by step tayo, slowly but surely, because I believe that those steps that I've mentioned in my previous video are arranged for a purpose. Okay? Huwag po tayong mag-jump to investing kung di pa tayo nakapagbayad ng utang natin. Huwag po tayo mag-invest kung di pa tayo nakapag-build ng emergency funds natin. And so on and so forth. Again, don't jump to step 5 without undergoing to step 1 to step 4. Okay? So I hope everybody who is currently watching this video with me right now was able to complete all the steps already before entering the world of investing. Filipinos and OFWs abroad are very curious about GINVEST these days. As I mentioned, it's because of the heightened social media advertising. Kaya maraming nagtatanong sa atin to make a video regarding the GINVEST of GCash. In this video, I want to segment it and we're gonna talk about the GINVEST itself and its process. What are gonna be the topics that we're gonna discuss? Okay, number 1, maybe what is GINVEST? For those of you who are not aware, we'll talk about what is exactly the GINVEST. Okay? Maybe second, what funds GINVEST offer? We're gonna take a quick look of the funds where we can invest in or where is our money invested. Because before, they only have one money market fund available. Okay? And now, as of this recording, June 2021, they've already added 4 new funds already. So we already have a total of 5 funds now to choose from. Okay? Maybe number 3, why GINVEST in GCash? Why I choose GINVEST over the other online platforms available. Okay, now number 4, how to invest with GINVEST. Kasi maybe, after watching this video, you will decide na gusto mo nang pasukan ang world of investing. So, maybe, we will also talk about this one in the video and we're gonna buy an actual funds later on. Okay, now for the number 5, maybe my personal recommendation, we're gonna wrap everything up with my total recommendation for this particular feature of GCash. By the way, if you are still new to this whole personal finance thing, I understand how overwhelming it is. So if you're looking for a place to start, you can check out my playlist that I have for a quick beginner run through of the basic personal finance topics. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe na rin and comment down below your feedbacks regarding GINVEST of GCash. Okay? Just a quick reminder. Okay? Disclaimer muna. Before we start this is not a financial advice. Okay? I'm not saying that you or everyone should do this. I am not financial advisor nor a financial expert or not even affiliated to GCash or anyone working with GCash. This is just me, myself, and I sharing my experiences and ideas about finances. Because there are a lot of investment tools out there in the world, but not every investment may work for you or may work for me. Wala pong perfect investment eh. So just make sure to always do your own research. Understand where you're putting your money. Okay, and try to assess yourself whether or not this certain investment makes sense for you and your own personal finance goals. Now, let's jump to the video. What is GINVEST? Okay, so just simply put that GINVEST is one entire investment platform which you can find on the GCash app. The investment products that we can find in GINVEST are called UITF, which is more or less parehas lang ng mutual funds. Right? We all know that mutual funds are basically pooled funds. Okay? What does it mean? Ano pong meaning ng pooled funds sa mutual funds? Okay, let's put it in this way. Most of us, we know that the only way, the common way to invest is to invest in stock market, di ba? So if you invest in a particular big company, you become the shareholder or you own the shares now of the big companies like Jollibee, BDO, Meralco, PLDT, Globe, at marami pang iba, etc. Now, to conveniently doing that, we need the help of GINVEST to invest in a big companies through mutual funds or UITF. Same lang yan sila. Here's one thing though, which I do want to mention, no? When you are buying funds in GINVEST, you don't actually own the companies itself compared to buying stocks directly to the online brokers. Okay? Because the process here of UITF or mutual funds, when you're buying shares of the fund itself is the one that buys shares to that company. Okay? Meaning, you own that shares of the fund, but not really the shares of the company. Do you get me? Kasi for example, no, you invest, okay, maybe ako, 50 pesos I invest as the minimum amount on this particular fund. And your friend also put 50 pesos. Maybe your girlfriend put another 30 pesos or 50 pesos. Your mom put 300 pesos. All that money put together, i-combine yan sila. Then yung fund manager na mismo ang bahala mag-allocate. Kasi may fund manager to. May someone or may expert who will manage that fund on our behalf. He is now going to be the one who picks and invests the entire pool of money. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Mutual funds, UITF, are just pooled funds. So GINVEST is acting like the supermarket, which we can find in the GCash app. Okay, what fund does GINVEST offer? What is exciting about GINVEST is that we know that we have a total of 5 funds for us to choose from that you can buy in the app. Okay, they have added 4 funds because before they only have 1 funds na available, as I mentioned before. Now, here are the following funds available in GINVEST. First one is Atram Peso Money Market Fund. The second one is Atram Philippine Smart Index Fund. The third one is Atram Total Return Peso Bond Fund. The fourth is Atram Global Consumer Trends Feeder Funds. The fifth is Atram Global Technology Feeder Funds. Okay? Each of that fund has its own weakness and strengths, no? Which you can choose from according to your risk appetite. Ano ba yung risk appetite? Ito bonus knowledge to, okay, that I'm going to share. Basically, if you're a low risk, low reward kind of person, conservative ka. Ayaw mo mag-take risk. Okay? And if you're a moderate kind of person or a moderate risk, moderate reward kind of person, moderate ka. Moderate yung profile mo. Meaning, gusto mo ng malaking reward or profit, but at the same time, very cautious ka to accept more risk. Okay? While the third one, if you are a high risk, high reward kind of person naman, very aggressive type ka. Meaning, you want to invest more into much more volatile or high risk investment because you want much more a higher reward. Now, let's go through to each of the funds very quickly. No? Now, the first one is Atram Peso Money Market Fund. Okay, what is this Atram Peso Money Market Fund? This is here since before, no? Ito yung pinakauna-unahang funds nila sa GINVEST. This is kind of fund that is essentially a mutual funds that puts or invests your money in safe things like savings account, time deposit, treasury bills, something like that. Now, you can actually check this one to their fund information details mismo sa app. Fact-checking tayo, go check that out, explore all the details, and it also says the minimum initial amount investment in this case is 50 pesos. An additional investment would be 50 pesos also. As you can see, over the past 1 year return, it's already 0.45% lang. It's not that high since this is just a very low risk kind of funds. While the return is much more higher compared to your regular savings account na meron lang 0.1 or 0.25% interest actually. Okay, personally ako, I don't want to put my money on this particular fund because I felt that I'm just wasting my time investing to it considering that there are still much more higher funds which will give me much more higher rewards or return. This is just an option though for us, but I would rather put it to somewhere else. Okay? The next one is the Atram Total Return Peso Bond Fund. Okay? From the name itself, it's a bond fund. So what are the bonds? Okay? What is bonds? Let's not complicate it. Let's keep it simple. Bonds are just a form of debt. Utang. There are corporate bonds, there are government bonds. Meaning, if you say corporate bond, these are the companies borrowing money from people or from you. And the government funds are government that are borrowing money from the people or from you. Maybe to build more roads or more public hospital, bridges, or school. So essentially, the company or the government promises you to pay you back the money plus the interest. Okay? Recently, I was able to invest from the recent government premium bonds from a separate app, hindi po sa GCash, which will give me a return of only 0.25% plus a quarter premium raffle, which you will get a chance to win cars in cash and hopefully po manalo. Always go fact-checking and explore all the details before investing to it. And also, same lang naman from the previous money market fund. It says the minimum initial investment is 50 pesos and minimum additional investment is 50 pesos. And the return annually is 3.28%. Okay, so the next one is Atram Philippine Equity Smart Index Fund. Okay, this is one of the new. And just from the name itself, you know already what does it means. An equity fund, which means that your money is invested in stocks. Basically, this fund is an enhanced, actively or passively managed fund combination which tries to beat the index of our Philippine Stock Exchange Index or PSAI. And annually, it says 12.70%. Ay, super laki, 12.70%. Again, you can actually check the fund information details mismo dito sa app. It has a brief description and always go fact-checking and explore all the details before investing to it. It also same lang from the previous money market fund. It says the minimum initial investment is 50 pesos and the minimum additional investment is 50 pesos. So, those were the local funds available in the GINVEST managed by Atram. And again, I encourage you to invest first to the Philippines. Help our economy grow by investing to local funds that are available in the country. Okay, so now let's move on to the global funds, and I think this is one of the very exciting also, no? Next is the Atram Global Technology Feeder Fund. Okay, from the name itself, Feeder Fund, what does it mean? So essentially, diba, we're investing in the Atram Feeder Fund. However, this fund is actually investing to another fund overseas, somewhere abroad. Basically, para ka lang nag-invest in a fund within a fund. Okay? This Fidelity Fund actually investing in companies like Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, which is now Google, which is now Alphabet, Samsung, and other tech companies which we really don't have access if we were just investing here locally. Unlike the previous funds that we discussed, the minimum investment for this particular fund is 1,000 pesos. And additional investment also is 1,000 pesos. Mahal ba siya? No. Actually, the capital is still low with just 1,000 pesos considering you already own those big tech companies in the US like Apple, Microsoft, or Samsung. Those kind of companies in the US. Now, over the course of the year, these technology stocks have actually done super well during the pandemic. A 1-year return of this one is actually 48.14%. Okay? Ang laki. Wow. The next fund is the Atram Global Consumer Trends Feeder Fund. Same like the previous global fund. The fund is invested to a fund abroad. It is invested to the companies that cater to the discretionary needs of consumer products. What are these companies? Like Amazon, Alibaba, Nintendo, Netflix, and so on and so forth. Okay? The 1-year performance of this fund is 49.70%. Super laki, almost 50%. Just a quick reminder, no? Take note of this one, no? Since I keep saying 1-year returns, you can see them naman, di ba? It shows the 1-year returns of each of the funds. But we have to keep in mind that past performance doesn't actually guarantee future performance. Just because it has done so well last year, it doesn't mean it's gonna do well again this year or next year. It's not always like that. Okay? But you know, it is still really cool to see how well it has done in the past due to the maybe virus siguro, kaya nag-spikes up yung mga funds na to. Why should I invest in GINVEST? Okay? So the number one reason why I was so excited about this in the first place, it's because, for 50 pesos to start investing, ito na siguro ang pinakamurang alam ko to start investing. So now, we really don't have any excuse. Kasi maybe because before sasabihin mo, ala akong 10,000 pesos to start investing, wala akong 5k pesos to start a brokerage account. Imagine, now 50 pesos lang, you can start investing already. Well, I really don't know about you. But for me, this is really a game changer in the world of investing. This makes very accessible to many OFWs or to many Filipinos abroad to start investing and growing their money while working. So, I do always remind myself to be consistent, because consistency is like one of the important things you can do in order for us to make a progress. Okay, same like investing. This doesn't mean na 50 pesos lang ang i-invest mo in one go and you will forget it now, then wait for next year and see how much you have made. Kundi lang magiging return mo nun. So I suggest try to invest 50 pesos every single week or single month, as it makes easy to peso cost average. Okay? Next reason, maybe it is very accessible and it's very convenient. You don't need to open a stock brokerage account anymore or go to the branch to any banks and open a stock brokerage account. Now, for as long as you are connected to the internet and you know how to use your mobile phone, you can do it in the app. You can do it already in the app itself. Okay? The third thing siguro is you get to access and expose yourself to the global funds. Like you get to invest those companies like Netflix, Amazon, Apple, those big companies in the US by just using your phone in the app with GINVEST by GCash. Just try to see GINVEST as like your baby step, which once you're already familiar with investing and you become more expert to it, eventually you want to open a stock brokerage account where you can buy actual stocks and become a shareholder of that company you want to buy. And maybe pwede ka na mag-attend ng mga annual shareholder meeting nila kasi shareholder ka na libreng kain, and you'll get to know the first-hand information regarding the development of the company. But till then, test the water first muna. Give it a try, 50 pesos lang muna, and build that habit to be consistent. Okay? How do you actually invest in GINVEST? How to start? Okay, now, make sure that you are an 18 years old and above to be eligible. Make sure you have a globe number, of course. Download the app. Make sure download mo muna si GCash kung wala ka pa. After that, make sure you are verified user. Just you must be verified in order to get access to GINVEST feature. Like every other platform, they have the way to verify its user for verification and security purposes. Madali lang yun. Parang one valid ID lang required and proceed to the KYC process. You can finish it maybe in 5 minutes lang. So once you're verified now, you can proceed activating the GINVEST feature. Make sure that your email address is verified. All transactions you've done in GINVEST, like buy, redeem, or withdraw, you will receive all the notifications or confirmations in your email address. Okay? Look for the GINVEST icon sa GCash app. It will ask you to fill out a risk profile questionnaire. So this is a standard across any investment platform. It's just an assessment as to how much risk you are willing to take or what kind of risk profile investor you are. Just answer it truthfully lang. Wait for the email and text confirmation, which will notify you that your account is good to go and already activated. So now, the most interesting part you've been waiting for. As I promised, it's action time. We are going to buy an actual fund. I have 400 pesos. I'll buy one of the available fund now just to show you guys how easy it is. Alright? On this video, let's stick to local funds muna tayo kasi my money is only enough for the local market funds, which has a minimum of 50 pesos to invest. Okay? Ready na? Ready. Okay. First, let's go to GINVEST icon, view investment products. I like to go to Atram Philippine Equity Smart Index Fund, view details. Okay, the past 1 year return of this is 12.70%. Okay, buy. It says be mindful of your risk appetite. Proceed. Now let's agree. Okay, this is just a user agreement which you have to agree. Okay. Agree. Proceed. Please enter the authentication code. So I have my rooming number here. I will receive my authentication code to invest into GCash 320689. Submit. The minimum amount, it says 50 pesos. Let's try 50 pesos. Or let's try 100 pesos. Okay? But you can try 100 pesos. Okay? You can try 50 pesos. So, click next. I agree. No, wait first. Okay. It says here approximately unit equivalent. Only 0.96%. Only 0.96 units based on the latest NABPU. Now, you click confirm. Buy order has been placed. It says, please wait while your order is being processed. You will receive an SMS once the transaction has been confirmed. We already now place an order. And take note, when you buy fund in the GINVEST, it won't immediately reflect on the app, as it will take a few days to process your order before it gets confirmed. Maybe about 2 to 3 days waiting time. Let's wait in a few months how my funds perform or my investment performs, and we'll try to do an update video. Okay? Ganun lang kadali. So now, I personally recommend you trying GINVEST by GCash. It's user-friendly, it's seamless, it's fast, hassle-free, plus it's only less as 50 pesos to start investing. You're now giving yourself a favor that in 5 to 10, 20 years from now, you're no longer working and just relying to your investment that you put during your younger years. If you like this video, please like, share, and also please subscribe to my channel. This will help me create more and more contents video like this. And as I always say, invest early, invest now. It's never too late to start investing. Happy investing, everyone, and see you in the next video.